In this video, I'm gonna walk you through my 3-step plan to setting up your database for success. The reason this is so important is because agents everywhere struggle. They have huge pain points around managing the people, the lists, the different contact records that they create throughout their career. So over my tenure, my path to top 1%, my path to team leader status, I developed a little sequence of events that I suggest everybody go through, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this quick video. All right, step 1, everybody. It's going to seem simple, but I want you to follow along. It's gathering the key information for each of your contact records. The hack that I like to talk about is this concept of gamifying things, making it fun. And you would never think of CRM management is that way at all. So how do we do this? All right, the holy grail of actions that we have for us in real estate is to start from scratch. You might have lists in emails, old emails, prior work emails, maybe an old CRM, maybe something you use a little bit here and there. But what we want to do, the holy grail, step 1 is to gather everybody into one single spot that we can work from. And generally, we want it to be a blank slate because all the work that we're going to go through to do this might feel tedious, might feel monotonous, but if we need to get this stuff in order for the first time, we need it to be from a blank slate. So to do this, well, what should I suggest? Well, for one, these are the elements that I want you to consider. These are the columns that you're going to create in your blank sheet of your spreadsheet. Yes, I'm bringing you into spreadsheet land today. And the goal is to develop something that looks like this, friends. That all of those columns on the left-hand side, we're going to put in name down the sides, and we're going to create columns for things like first name, last name, spouse last, on and on and on, just like I'm sharing here. All the simple emails, phone numbers, spouse numbers, email, like I said, email of spouse. And you're going to keep going on this big Google sheet. Okay. The additional columns that you can create, again, as you get up and going, are this what I'm here? Kids, do they have them? Do you know if they have kids? Check, yes. Birthdays for them, their kids. Anniversary dates for the home, their marital status. Home anniversaries, employer lead source. These are things that I want you to consider to build up when we're trying to create that blank space again. The goal and the gamification part of this starts when we start to do this, right? At the very end of the spreadsheet, again, I want you to add a couple more columns here. And these are for Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, and then if there's any other social platforms that you find yourself using, I would want you to say, are we connected? Yes, 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 no. And what we're doing is we're building this spreadsheet, again, with Johnny's name across all of these things over time, and we're trying to learn more and more and more and more about them and other ways that we can connect with them as we go. See the gaps, as you start to look at this giant spreadsheet like this, friends, the gaps start to become your target points. And you start to realize these big zeros are like a bingo card. This is like your job being down at the bingo hole, and the goal is to try to get bingo. Bingo means when you're doing your CRM mastery, is to fill things up over time. That it doesn't happen in one call, does it? It happens over time, and it gives you the talking points. Because if you know that you have Mary's number, and you have her email, but you actually don't know where she lives, that this becomes your next talking point as you're going through to fill your bingo card and hopefully catch the line and go bingo. And you're getting to learn more and more about them over time. Where you gather all this info, well, like I said this at the beginning, it's your phone probably has so many different contract records in it that you just never take and put into one spot. Business cards that you have laying around, contacts from your personal, your kids, and in today's world, Team Snap seems to be the thing that everybody uses. Current emails that, again, if you go through your inbox and you haven't taken anything forward, your notebooks, Many of you have sticky notes and notebooks everywhere. All these contact records are everywhere, and you just never place them into one single spot. This is so important because this blank sheet that I keep drawing over and over again for you, this is the most visibility that you will ever have onto this giant bingo card. If there's a blank here, you're going to see it. If there's a blank here, you're going to see it. If there's a blank here, you're going to see it. But what happens is once you take all of this information and then you put them inside your CRM, it is a lot harder to find out where all the gaps and where are all these would-be talking points. The reason for this is you have to click their name, you have to open up their detailed view, and then you get to see based on the CRM what things are void and what things have filled and what things don't. If you take the work that I'm talking about going through in this first initial exercise, you're going to find it's going to be so much easier to just load it in once you're ready and never feel like you have to spend all this countless amount of time going back through it. See, once you've got this far, if you've gone ahead and done this blank sheet work with me, you're going to have these 2 insane career advancing moves that you've probably never ever gotten to at this point, which means you're going to feel like for the first time, you're empowered, right? Because everything is in one place. That gives you so much, it gives you so much power to say, okay, if I want to text, I can send a text. If I want to do a mass email, I can do a mass email. If I want to do a direct mail campaign, boom, it's all these people. You couldn't do that before until you go through this exercise. And you will have cleaned up things. You will have taken all the lists together, put them together, organized them into a place where the groups of people that you have never been contacted to or never been managed the way that you currently have. So if we figure out what step 1 was, which was gathering it all, step 2, it changes a little bit. Right now it's the where, right? That was the what. Now it is the where. We started in the spreadsheet, which everybody has access to, and you don't need Excel skills to pull off. We talked to you about where you get these contact records from, but now where are you going to put them? And that is the CRM. That is where you turn from Google spreadsheet person, which you don't have a lot of ability to take action on, into something with a central database, but now for which you can take action and do work with. So the basics in your CRM is, if you look on the screen here, this is really key. The basics is you need the ability to take further notes because you're going to learn more about these people over time. Put in important dates. You need to have that flexibility to drop dates in there. You need to be able to add custom fields because, as you know, people are different. The groups of people we come from are different. We need the ability to kind of make edits within the fields. We need to be able to segment this group into categories, into buckets, right? You need to be able to send one-on-one emails. Seems normal, what you would normally do in your Outlook or your Gmail, but you also want to be able to send one click and send it to a mass list, one-to-many messaging. You want to be able to log your calls, that's going back to taking notes, and then set reminders for yourself. Because if you're doing all this work with this CRM mastery and you've kind of followed me so far to build your giant list, and now we're going to upload them into this magical CRM for you, you are now in a position to set future task reminders and just follow along as we go. So this would be the bare minimum. Now, some bonus things would be if you wanted a system that you're finding you're sending the same message over and over and over again, or the same text message over and over and over again, and you wanted to kind of pre-create emails and texts. Well, some of the CRMs allow for that automation. Automation is getting more and more important as we meet more and more people, because you do want to not have to recreate the wheel every single time. So pre-written emails and texts, and to deliver now, but also into the future. If you have a CRM that allows you that little bit of automation, you will find the use cases grow and grow and grow for you as you build out your business. And then, of course, tying this to your website, I think, is critical. I use Lofty right now, right? Lofty is the beautiful website that I share to my clients, and that's where they search. But then the back end of the site is the CRM that allows me to do that. So if anybody does sign on here, it automatically goes here. Right, for us in Canada, realtor.ca leads are already captured directly into Lofty. You can run different Zapier integrations from Facebook and other things right into the CRM. So if you can tie it to your search site and to your CRM, you're going to be even better off. A couple other options, I've used Boomtown in the past, Commissions Inc., KV Core, Real Estate Webmaster, again, Realty Ninja, Agent Locator, and then of course I'm with Lofty, which is formerly Chime. So a bunch of options for you. The key here though, doing all of this the key is the usage. All CRMs, Tom Ferry would say, the best one is the one you use, and he's not wrong, right? The use case is you need time blocks to do it, and you need daily wrap-ups that capture all the things that come up. See, over the day, as you know, if you sat down between 10 and 11 every morning, you worked through your CRM and you were doing the right things, sending the emails, sending the reminders, following up on your tasks, that's great. But then as life as a realtor goes on over the day, guess what happens? Random stuff comes our way. But we need a daily wrap-up period, 15 to 20 minutes to just capture the things that have come and then update your CRM as you go. That would be a key move for you as you're developing your 3-step plan. All right, so it doesn't stop here. It doesn't stop here because remember I asked you to make the columns for social. And this column for social media isn't just to say, yes, are we connected or not? It's also to say, well, if we're not, I need to go chase them down, right? And I need to go and connect with them because we want the social media connection to be just as important for you as the email, as the cell phone, and eventually the home address, right? It's never too early to get connected on social media. Even if you just met them at a door knocking session and you had a good conversation. If you just met them at the open house and you know their name, to go connect with them. If you met them at a networking event, if you landed them as an online lead. Many of the tools of today allow us to go and see if we find them on social media. And I'm asking for you to do that too. All right, so step 3, guys, in this 3-step plan is segmentation. Remember, I used the word bucketing. And this is all about dividing the groups into specific things. Now, realtors are really bad for this. They will instantly over-segment. They will make groups for everything. But my message just in the corner here is I don't segment unless I'm going to be sending that group of people a different message over time. If there's ever a reason, because there's these dance moms or hockey dads or people I play, work out at CrossFit with. And if I'm going to ever send a separate message to that body of people, then I will create a segmentation for them, which means I can quickly grab it, take all 60 that are bucketed into that group. I could send the CrossFitters a special message. Or if I'm running a geographic area in my area of the slopes, if I ever wanted to just click and send to them, I want an easy way to segment it, I would do that. But as I'm grabbing people, and if I'm meeting random people here, there, and everywhere, and I'm only ever going to send them my general long-term value email sequences, then you wouldn't have to create separate segments for them. So just be careful. So here are some suggestions, right? Past clients, referrals, community farms, specific groups, affiliations, out-of-town contacts, realtor contacts, vendor contacts, the VIPs. These would be groups of people that you would use in your segmentation. Now, important reminder though here is it's that message to market match. When you segment, this gives you that ability to customize. Make sure you take the time to then customize the message to those specific segmented buckets, or else you're just wasting time not using that extra niche bit of information that you have. All right. Final piece though of segmentation for you guys all to know is that when we're doing this, again, I've harped on this many times, this 95-5 rule. About 5% of the people might be in consideration, meaning buying or selling, be or selling. The other 95 of them are not. So we need to speak to them like humans. We need to deliver value, not just real estate all the time. Does that make sense? All right, to set up your stages, this would be the final kind of like extra bonus you can do when you're setting things up. I know when I'm trying to filter my list and I'm getting people into the CRM and I'm trying to manage it, there's almost like a status bar that I wish I had. And the goal for this is if I know more about their stage, it's helping me better organize and manage these people. So what I would do is I would set up a stage for new record, meaning I haven't taken any action on this yet. Nothing. right? I haven't taken any action. The next one would be qualify. You are in the chase, meaning I'm trying to learn more about them, but I haven't yet got there. I'm qualifying, I'm chasing, right? Put that as a stage, right? New, and then I'm chasing. Eventually, though, it becomes qualified. You had that conversation. You learn more about their situation. And then you can bucket them into, are they long-term? Are they early stage buyers, sellers? Are they getting going? Or are they hot to trot? And it'd be nice in your CRM to be able to set stages so you could quickly filter, who are my hot? Who are my long-term? Who are those people that I'm warming up? Long-term value campaign is where everybody should also be placed. This is that group of people that are hearing a message from you that is just value-based, not real estate specific, because we know they're not in the process of buying or selling. So we need to send them value-based newsletters and things like this. So that is the goal for me to teach you guys today, this 3-step plan to setting up your database for success. If you go through the gathering process, if you do the bingo card like I shared, if you roll them into your CRM and you get them done properly, then you roll them into social media and connect with them that way, you're now in a place to segment the list, but only if there's a specific market to message match that you're going to send separately, and then you are off to the races. Your goal is to use it, to do the daily wrap-ups within it, so that you can then march your way day by day, be more organized than you ever have in the past, and you'll be able to wring out more money from the people you know. And I hope once you start to see the results, you message me right away so I can see that you've been taking action, and I can give you a big pat on the back. Thanks again for watching.